Hey everyone, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're unboxing the 7th Continent. Now the 7th Continent is a very unique game. It's almost like a giant choose your own adventure game. You kind of get plopped down in the middle of this world with no real clear idea on where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do. But the cool thing about it is that the world is not randomly generated. It is the same in terms of geography every time you play, and no matter where you start in the world. And so you could technically make your way to any point on the map, no matter where you start, and it's always going to be the same theoretically. I'm sure there's some in-game stuff that could change that. It's very unique in that way. You're trying to lift a curse off of you that was placed on you when you visited the 7th Continent the last time. Let's just get down into the box and I'll show you what comes with the game. All right, so here it is. This is the 7th Continent game box here. Now, as you can see, it's got this pretty creepy looking skull thing here on the front, and on the side it does have the 7th Continent and the Serious Pulp logo, and on the back not a whole lot other than the design by Ludovic Rowdy and Bruno Salder. Hope I'm pronouncing your names right. Artwork Ludovic Rowdy, 1 to 4 players, ages 14 plus. All right, so let's get right into it. By the way, I do have the baby in the room with me today, so if y'all hear a little bit of noise from the background, it's going to be him. He's very excited for this game as well. All right, so here's the 7th Continent rulebook. Now, the one thing I noticed right off the bat is whereas most board games seem to have that real like glossy, almost like trying to think how to explain it, almost plasticky feeling to the pages. This is much more of a it's not glossy at all. It's got more of a standard kind of paper feel, which is kind of neat. I have not felt that before. I don't think it's necessarily a plus or minus, just different. So let's see, we've got 23 pages. I have not gotten to actually read through this yet. I've gotten like 2 or 3 pages in on the PDF online, but that's about it. So I'm actually gonna probably be reading this tonight. It's a goat. All right, so 23 pages there, and icons on the back. And oh, listen to the game's original soundtrack with a QR code there. All right, so what else we got here? We've got some punch outs. I'm guessing these are the heroes. You may use the following tokens when you need to choose a point a random character. Okay, all right. And we've got a number of different people here. I know, I think Van Helsing was one of the heroes and stuff like that. So different people here to choose from. See how they punch out. Oh, hung up a little bit there. Didn't tear, but it definitely hung up, and it's got, you can see right there, it does have a little hanging chad there, but that punched out. Okay, those punched out just fine. Whoa, what's up, bud? He's very excited about the punch outs as well. Let's see. Here's, I guess, okay, this player reference, I'm sure, is what this is. Action resolution. So what else? Turn sequence, action icons. Look at all those different actions over there on the left. I've got one hand busy right now, guys. I'm holding on to the baby with my right arm, so we're going to go just left-handed for this unboxing the rest of the way. But resources, action consequences. All right, so that seems like a pretty detailed player aid here. Of course, we got 4 of them since it's up to 4 players. What is this? Punch board, English front. Yeah, got that. Oh, this is for the. This must build like a spot for the discard pile, kind of a card tower, if you will. Choose the side you want before you continue the game. Oh, interesting. So something different there for the discard pile. That's pretty interesting. And then all of these cards. Now you know what, y'all? I mean, let me pull this out and just show you. So these are some conditions. I am not going to unwrap all these cards for this because so much of this game is discovering these as they go. But here's maybe I'll show you like the front of each of these a little bit. But we've got Paranoid. Return this if there is no other character on your terrain card or on adjacent terrain cards. Okay. See down here we've got these standee holders. Got some itty bitty tiny dice. All right, those might be even smaller than Dead of Winter dice. I don't know if anybody's familiar with those. I'll open these up in a minute and kind of get a feel for them. Oh, and here are minis that we can use instead of the standees. Fantastic. Everybody loves minis. We'll open these in just a second. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, we do have some more card. Oh, these are dividers. Okay, we've got card dividers here. All right. And what else is in here? These are all dividers. Let's see. Let's make sure. Oh no. Well, these might still be dividers down here. Yeah, I think so. I mean, these are all hard cardboard. Like this is thick cardboard here is what this is. So. All right, y'all. So the baby got a little overactive there. So he's gone now. It's also about a week later. So this unboxing has been broken up a little bit, and I apologize for that. However, now you do get to see the box completely set up, which I think is beneficial as well. So down here are the minis, and you know what? I've played the game a little bit since I originally filmed that first part of the unboxing, and I have not really used them. I mean, let me show you what they look like. So here you go. You can see there. I mean, they're real small and everything, and they look nice enough, but they also, I mean, they're just gray, you know, just gray blobs, and because they are so tiny. Now, if they were painted, I think they would be fantastic, because since they are so small, it would be pretty cool. But instead, I found myself using these standees instead because they do have the artwork on them. They look really good. I like them, the standees, and for both the characters and the fire here. So there's that. The bases are nice and sturdy and stand them up, and it is the clip base, you know, so there's the possibility of the art getting worn off a little bit at the bottom, but they don't seem to be super tight. I mean, they're tight enough to hold them, and they're not going to slip out or anything, but they also don't seem to be so tight that they're going to damage it, hopefully. Here are the dice, and these are nice quality. The pips are sunken in there. They're not just painted on a flat surface, so they're going to last. And I like the quality, the feel of the dice, and you don't roll them. They're used for counting how many uses are left on items. So you can see the way this is set up. You've got these different these are cardboard right here, dividers, and I mean, you'd think that these are kind of random setups here, 0 to 4, but then 4 to 50, and then 50 to 51. But the reason for that is that, you know, in this case, there are a lot of 50 cards. So if you need to find 51, you'd be flipping through a whole bunch of 50 cards to get to 51. So that's why they split it up like that, and it's very intuitively split up so that, you know, the cards where you're gonna, you know, where you might be searching, I mean, there's a whole bunch of cards between 100 and 109 to get, that way you get 109, and then you're more likely to see just some individual cards without a whole bunch of duplicates. And that's why they do it that way. So you can see it goes all the way up to 650, and you got a few cards behind that. So these are all your, what are they called? Terrain cards, I believe. But there's other stuff in there besides terrain. I can't remember exactly what they are, but you've got green cards and gold cards in here. And then you've got over here I want to say these are exploration cards. I can't remember the exact names of them, but the point is these are the cards, the ones with a 5 on the background that you would end up having to go through whenever. So you know what, I'm going to pull out the first terrain card you run into whenever you're playing the game. And it's terrain card 10. Oh, you know what? I believe it's back here in the past. Well, you know, let me show you this. So over here, we've got you see over here it says save. So I've got a game in progress right now. And these are all the cards back here. There's a whole bunch of them that I've set aside. It's my character, my daughter's character, all the items we're using. They have cards that help you save how many uses are left on those items. There's also the terrain card we're currently on, and a few other things in here. Then for preparation and storage, these are all the additional cards that you might end up using later. In the past, these are, let me pop this up so it's easier to get into this. All right, so back here in the past, these cards will actually be put back into here at the beginning of the next game. But let's see if no, where's that 10 card? Hold on. Ah, okay, it was a banished card. Sorry. All right, so here's the. I found it. All right, sorry. It was actually in one of the spots I just looked at. Just missed whenever I looked at it before. All right, so anyway, this is the card that we start on at the beginning of the very first game. So this isn't really much of a spoiler. But the way this works is these cards would go here and here. And so they basically represent terrain that you haven't found yet, and then you would flip it over and see what it says, and it's probably some sort of event when you're trying to explore that way. And you know, maybe bad things happen, maybe good things happen, and that's kind of how it goes. But the cool thing is that this island builds and it's exactly the same every time in terms of terrain, no matter which curse you're playing. So you're able to get familiar with the terrain of the seventh continent. It's not randomly generated, which I think is really, really cool. And then back here are where the skills would go. Now, currently, the skills are actually here in the save area because they make up your action deck. That's the character I'm playing, Dmitry Gorkov. And then here's no, that's let's see, where is she? Well, I'm poisoned. Where's my daughter's character? She's in here somewhere. Back here. Mary Kingsley is who my daughter's playing. So anyway, let me show you. I'm going to make sure that I don't give any spoilers. The rule book states very clearly you are allowed to look through this deck. So anything I show you in here, you're allowed to see. So it's not a spoiler. You can look through it from the very beginning when you open the box. So let's see here what we can find. These are some character-specific skills. Let me find, though. Let's see, bamboo armor. So snowshoes is something you can build. Rudimentary flint. Woven basket, splint, all this kind of cool stuff. War paint. So all of that is stuff that's available for you to build. But obviously it makes your action deck. Your action deck kind of represents your life force. Then you have the character-specific skills that are in here. Here are the ones for the characters we're not playing right now. And then advanced skills that you're able to gain throughout the game, and they would be added to your deck as well. So anyway, a lot of cool stuff. Oh, and then this is the discard pile. I believe everybody gets this. I mean, I don't think there's any. I mean, it's Kickstarter only game, right? So I guess everybody's going to get this. And yeah, pretty cool. There's you can do two different options for your discard pile as far as abilities go. And yeah, that is everything that comes in the 7th Continent box. Okay, so there you go. That's everything that comes with the 7th Continent. Now, obviously, the unboxing went a little bit differently that time than it normally does. Sorry about that, but I think it was good for you to see what the box looks like set up as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to look for this. I'm going to do a how to play video for the 7th Continent. I'm going to do a gameplay, at least one gameplay video of the 7th Continent, and it should be a good time. So until next time, if you're bored online, board off.